Did you watch um the college football title game?
I did not.
I did, and it was honestly not as good as it was like hyped up to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um,
Really?
yeah, but you know,
Well, no, it was kind of close for a little bit, and then I
yeah,
like looked away and I turned it on. I remember turning
yeah,
it on for like the fourth quarter, and it was like 34-17, and I was
yeah,
like, and delete, going
yeah. It
back to
was
bed.
34-13 at the end.
That's what it was. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
was just like,
So I'm
nope. Oh yeah, because I was like
yeah,
21 points. Yeah, no way.
I'm just covering it now. The opening scene of this episode 30 of the MattCast. I am Matty Light with Matty Heavy. Um, yeah, we're just covering the only college football game right off the bat. Not very impressive. I think it could have been a lot better if Penix. It seemed like he got hurt in the first quarter, like something with his ribs, because like every single time they panned over to him, he was like holding his right side and he's left-handed. So I'm sitting there like he must have got fucking whaled in the ribs pretty good, and it just affected his fucking throwing from then on out because like he threw couple interceptions. There was lots of turnovers by Washington. Um, yeah, it just was not an impressive game all around. Michigan's quarterback only threw like 140 yards of passing with no touchdowns. All their scores were off a run.
What was his fucking name? Like JJ
McCarthy,
McCarthy?
yeah,
Yeah.
like it was just like I was watching him, just like I wish this was a better game. Honestly, just like I really wish it was. Yeah, we're just gonna go into other news now. Like since we covered that, so our boy Josh Chesler, Chester Customs, I reached out to him, and we're gonna try and get an interview with him, because he came onto my Twitch stream before it switched over to just the MattCast. Now, like everything is now rebranded over to the MattCast. Um, and he came on. I told him like, "Hey, I shouted you out in the last video," and he was like, "No shit, like I'll fucking shout you." And I'm like, "Dude, you don't have to do that, but like if you want to, go right ahead, right?"
hmm
Um, because like he's got a fairly large following. Like it wouldn't hurt.
No, it wouldn't hurt.
It
Oh,
wouldn't
I'm not
hurt.
saying.
I'm not
I'm
saying
not
no,
gonna.
but I'm not gonna
I'm
beg
saying
him.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but um, my boy Chester Customs made a pair of custom cleats for Coach Harbaugh of Michigan. Like his quarterbacks got him as a gift for getting him to the fucking college football championship. Which I thought that was really neat.
And the commissioner or whoever's in charge of the college football said that
Yeah.
Michigan won it like fair and square,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
despite the allegations that came at the beginning of
Despite
the
the
season.
allegations. Yep.
So
Um. Yeah, and then Coach Harbaugh was cleared of all that shit too. Like they found that this and like everybody had said like sign stealing has been a thing for like years, and it only really like gets focused on when it's like good teams.
or when a team is doing a lot better than they usually
Yeah,
are.
yeah. Um, and yeah, they finished off with a perfect season. I think 15-0. But
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations to them. Hats off. Like they did a good job. Won it fair and square.
I was
Um,
walking my dog today
yeah,
when it was snowing, and so it just snowed in Nebraska. We got but I believe they estimated like 8 inches. It's not eight
yeah.
inches. It was a decent amount of snow though. And there was a house that there's several houses, but this house in particular stuck out with me. Their whole driveway and sidewalks, except sorry, their driveways were shoveled, their sidewalks weren't.
Hmm.
Nothing at
Yeah,
all. And they had a fucking Go Blue Michigan like flag.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, it's gonna win the fucking championship. You guys can't fucking shovel a driveway.
Dude, I got fucking a couple days like I didn't have to go to work. I just had to do fucking my classes on like Zoom and shit like that. So I was just sitting here fucking playing Minecraft, and that's why I sent so many fucking memes, and that's why we did like 40 minutes of streaming because like
Oh geez, I didn't
I
realize.
was just seeing like all the fucking all the fucking just breaking news happen, I'm just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
gotta send this.
You playing
Um,
on the Realm?
I was, yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah. I did play Minecraft too while I was like listening to my electrical stuff.
Well, never mind. I'll tell you. I'll tell you
Okay.
later.
Um, so we're gonna kind of go cover up some of the stories that we looked at while on the stream. So for
I
next
also
time,
sent in. Sorry to
oh
interrupt again. Sorry.
no,
I also sent a photo that intern Aaron made of me walking. Apparently, it's pretty funny. I don't know if you can pull it up on here.
where'd you send it
Um,
to?
to the Discord, into your like home
Okay.
page, the welcome side, just so you can. That's easy to find. There's the regular photo and then the edited photo that Aaron did.
uh, that's a fucking good one. That's a good one. I love it.
Are you not going to show it for
I
everybody
did.
else? They're like,
I did show it.
I didn't
Yeah, I just pulled it
on
up.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
No.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. You'll see it if you.
but yeah,
Yeah.
because you were like you're like, where are you, homie? Hoth? Like,
Yeah. Are you on that fucking Hoth rotation right now? You're just getting
I
ass
made
blasted
a
by snow.
I made a clip. Like, I made a video and I sent it to the other group chat
Yeah.
because I reenacted a scene
Hmm.
from Star Wars, and I
Yeah.
was like, Ben, why am I
Ben.
going to the Lego boss system? And then I turned the camera on, and you know how you can do those like those stickers.
Yeah.
I did a sticker out in the distance of uh of the Ben that is
Yeah.
no
Yeah. Yeah.
longer with it. I thought about it and I was like, I don't know how this would be perceived if
Yeah.
someone's like, oh, and like
Yeah.
I wanted to do orange mustache Ben,
Hmm.
but I didn't have any photos of him, so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I do, and then I sent it into the other group chat, and because I was like, I don't know how this is gonna be
Yeah.
taken, so I'm just gonna send it to this one where.
Yeah.
So
Um.
I didn't want to tell you so that you
Yeah.
knew. Hey,
So
what's going on with
we
you?
got some stories to cover from our live stream on Twitch that we do before the actual recording of each episode, to look at shit that's funny, and also just some stories to come up with.
And what kind
Um,
of bullshit
yeah, just
there
kind of
too?
bullshit. Russell Wilson potentially going to the Steelers since it's looking like he's going to be let go from the Broncos. Do you find
Which,
that?
like, honestly, I don't know if Steelers can pay what Russell wants is like the biggest
Yeah.
concern of mine. Is he, unless he does redo his contract so that he can be a little bit more affordable.
Mhm.
But I don't see a negative side in it. Like, it
I
gives
don't
Kenny
either.
Pickett a well veteraned
Hmm.
uh QB to learn from, and
Yeah, and
kind
he's
of give him
not.
some time to develop. Hopefully, they don't just trade him away or
Yeah,
drop him. I'm hoping they keep, because Kenny Pickett's not terrible.
he's not. He's not
He's not,
terrible.
not
He just needs
he's
to
not the
learn and get more
he needs to
experience.
learn. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I mean, we have the other, like, the quarterback room is him, Mitch Trubisky, and Mason
Freemason
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Yeah,
Yeah, like, also, why? I know it's a chiseled Adonis joke for the Freemason Rudolph, but what is it? I don't
it's
understand.
just like because of the Freemasons, like the group. Yeah, and he just
Oh,
calls them
okay,
Freemason. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
funny.
that. Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think if he had like a Russell Wilson over there, especially George Pickens,
yeah,
I'm assuming like he would be really good in
and
with Russ.
Deontay Johnson would also.
That guy needs a whole bunch of help
Yeah,
because he is a very undisciplined football player,
yeah,
and I don't. They need to fucking get on him more.
yeah. He's a great receiver, but like not very disciplined. And like they have a
No,
lot of
yeah,
stars with the Steelers receiving core and the running back. They just need something to tie it in all together.
yeah.
They just need
I
that
think
one piece.
a good QB, and maybe like kind of a middle of the road tight end.
Yeah.
You
And I
know,
think they already
in
got
that
that with
division,
Pratt Firemuth. I think they
I
already got that with
would.
him.
Yeah, maybe a little bit better of one.
I feel like in a couple of years he's gonna pick up.
He's been around for a while though.
He's only been in for a couple of years.
No, because remember we talked about him whenever
Yeah, that was the other guy.
thought he played too. Oh,
Jesse
Jesse
James.
James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse James. That's the guy I think
Hold
you're
up.
thinking of.
Maybe you're right. Let me.
While you're looking at that, Jalen Hurts. Why would you start him? You already have the fucking playoffs clinched. Why would you start him just for him to fuck up his finger in the middle of the game and then lose to the Giants in humiliating fashion? Like, what's the thinking there? Is this going to affect them going into the playoffs or
Okay, yeah. Pat Fryermuth came in 21. So
yeah? But with Jalen Hurts getting like fucking up his finger, is this going to affect them going through into the playoffs?
yes, yes, it will.
Because
Who played backup after Jalen went out? Do you know?
good question. Let me
I
look.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't
I didn't
think to
look
look that
either.
up. Oh, well, go on.
I know. Fuck, I clicked the wrong thing. Stats. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted either. No,
I got it
I'm
right
clicking
here.
on. Okay,
Are you clicking on it?
I'm clicking on all the wrong things.
Are you clicking on all the wrong things?
Yep.
Oh, it's Marcus Mariota. That's who it was.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's not the worst
and
backup, but I would rather have Jalen Hurts healthy over Marcus Mariota. And yeah, because Marcus Mariota's been around for a while, and like he has games where he looks like he's a top 10 quarterback, and then in like every other game though, it's just like
then they give him a chance, and they're
yeah,
like, "Never mind, sit
yeah.
down."
It's like,
Like,
wait a minute, I remember why you're a backup. The Saints Falcons controversy with the last second
I don't.
touchdown.
Here's the thing. Like, there's two different ways to look at it. It's like, yeah, he could have just kneeled,
Yeah,
ran out the clock. That guy's probably already mad.
yeah.
Arthur, not Arthur Morgan.
Arthur
That's
Smith.
the redhead guy.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith. Um, he can you do a good Arthur Morgan impression? I
I
can't.
can't either. I was
I
good. I
can't.
was like wanting to.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, he probably knew he was gonna get fired,
yeah,
and I think were they at home?
yeah. The Falcons were at home and they lost to the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was probably just mad about
Yeah,
everything else, and I think he just needed
and like
a person to let it out on,
the
and it
big
just
thing with
happened to
it
be.
is that it was like a team decision of the Saints. Jameis Winston, Jamal Williams, which also I
Yes,
didn't know this until I saw all the memes come through. Um, Jamal Williams went from leading the league in touchdowns with the Lions
yes,
to
yep,
only getting one, and that was that last second into the game touchdown.
yeah. No, I feel bad for Jamal. I
I
think
do
Jamal.
too.
I think. Well, here's the thing. I think David Montgomery and Jameer
Gibbs.
Gibbs. Yeah, I was making sure I said his
Yeah,
first name correct. Um, I think those two are really good
yeah.
together.
And if they still had Jamal
And
Williams,
but you got to let
that'd
one of those
be
go, and I think that'd be David Montgomery. You'd probably let David Montgomery go
probably
somewhere else.
because
Um,
that's I mean that's something you
they
figure out in
traded.
preseason though.
Well, I think they traded him. They traded him, and I remember
David
watching
Montgomery
them
came from the
trade.
Bears last season.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Was he a free agent pickup, or did they?
I think
Well,
he
I'm
was a
pretty sure they traded Jamal to the Saints to
yep,
get picks.
yep. And then they
Which I
traded
mean, their
picks
rookie
for
class is
yeah,
really good too.
yeah.
I don't know if that's how they got Sam Laporta, but Sam Laporta is amazing. Because I remember
No,
when they traded away T.J. Hawkinson, I was like, "What are you fucking doing?"
yeah,
T.J. Hawkinson's an elite fucking tight end,
yeah,
even though he didn't do too well this year. But
yeah.
he's
It
really good. Why would you trade him away?
yeah.
And then they got Sam Laporta.
Sometimes I wonder like those dudes that like do really well with one team but then get traded away. Like, is it just a system thing or is it like
It's a system thing. It's a quarterback, especially like imagine if you play the quarterback. Okay, let me put it into terms that you'd understand. Which
oh
sounds
thanks.
super, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
not how I
super
meant. But
backhand.
like,
It's like, all
no,
right,
yeah,
cool.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. But like, imagine back in drill team during the blind rifle, the
Okay.
blind top.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
You work with me for all the season. And it's like, hey Matt, we're gonna try in this different position with
Yeah.
Bryden, catch his shit, and you're like, what the fuck are you
Yeah.
doing, dude? I think a
Like,
lot of it's that.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Now, for the people who didn't go to my high school and telling me to close the yearbook, I understand.
Yeah.
Won't happen again, as I was.
Um, big thing that happened in the Steelers Ravens game. TJ Watt got hurt in the fourth quarter.
Which,
and he's going to be out for the next game. They want to with playoffs, like if they make the first round and they keep on going, TJ Watt is going to play with a brace against the Ravens. But typically they want him to be more healthy. If it was like regular season, they'd have him sit out 2 games. So you might not see as much action if they make it past the first round.
here's the thing. I love the Steelers. Honestly, if I had to pick, probably my favorite AFC team. I've had a lot of friends that are Steelers my whole life. I really do like the Steelers, and there's a very small part of me that roots for them.
Yeah.
I do not see them going past the first round because
I don't either.
Are they going the Bills? Are they playing the? No, they're not playing the Bills.
They are playing the Bills.
Are they playing? Okay, yeah. I don't see them getting past the Bills. Now here's the thing: the Bills have a tendency to fuck up when they should win.
Yeah.
I don't see it now. Or are the Bills going versus the Chiefs?
Nope, Bills are going against. We'll go into that when we're making. We're not going to do picks, but like we'll make our predictions.
Can make picks. Yeah,
but it's not going to go into our record. Yeah.
Congratulate me, bitch.
I was gonna get there. All right, just give me a second. All right, let me go through the fucking stories.
let me get there.
Yeah. let me wallow in this shit for a little bit. All right.
I'm sorry.
Another big news though, AFC North is the first time, or all teams in the AFC North have an over 500 record, which is the first time it's happened since 1935, which is huge. Since the league has started.
If I had to look at the NFL big picture, AFC hardest conference, AFC North hardest division.
Yes, I agree. Like
I don't think there's many people that would disagree.
The AFC has been fairly elite for the last couple decades.
I mean, name quarterbacks in the AFC versus the NFC, tell me which one's better.
Yeah. There's like, you got fucking
Peyton
Manning. Well, I'm going like...
You're going history.
Peyton Manning, fucking Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, fucking Phillip Rivers, another fucking great quarterback. And then you go into the NFC.
If you go history... Because I mean, you have Brett Favre, that's NFC.
Yep, I was gonna say
Brett
Favre, Aaron Rodgers. Matthew Stafford.
I've always said that Matt Stafford is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, and everyone fucking disagrees with me.
Matthew Stafford is like, honestly.
Now, is he going to be first ballot?
Probably
not, but he's definitely deserving to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, definitely deserving to be up there. He's got a Super Bowl championship underneath his belt. He's had a very great career with fucking Calvin Johnson.
Very long career.
Megatron, which didn't Megatron get into the Hall of Fame this year as well?
I believe he's in. Yep. I think he's one of the finalists. Yep. I don't know if they've officially named the finalists yet, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'd be so surprised if he didn't fucking get in.
Like that Lions offense with Megatron and Matt Stafford. Great.
Bring back nicknames like that, like Megatron, and everyone just knows you're talking about Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, or Ocho Cinco.
Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
Who else? Like, I can't think of anybody right now. Like the Honey Badger with Matt. See, I don't even know his fucking name. Tyrann Mathieu. Thank you, Jesus. The Cheetah with Tyreek Hill, but like those ones aren't super. Like, and they're not just calling him. They will say Tyre, but I feel like everyone called Megatron.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, there's fucking Ed Reed. And everybody just called him E.D. Reed.
Yeah.
It's just like Ed Reed, fucking Ray Lewis. I don't even know a nickname for Ray Lewis.
I don't think they ever gave him a nickname.
But he's deserving.
I mean, he had the bus.
The bus. Oh yeah. Jerome Bettis, who's both of our guys, like Rams and Steelers.
But he was more famous for the Steelers.
Yeah. He didn't do he wasn't the greatest running back though for the Steelers. He was just like the 1 yard. You send him in.
Yeah. I think he just has a lot of stats where you're just like, What's the one where he has like
He has like
five
0 yards
snap,
of rushing with
0
five
yards,
with
but
5 carries
three.
and 2 TDs.
You're like,
What? It's like, how do you have 5 carries, no yards of rushing, and 2 touchdowns?
that's got to be like a game that we do. Is
Yeah,
I come up with a list of NFL nicknames, and you have to tell me.
that would be a good one.
Like, okay, the sheriff. Who's the sheriff?
Oh, Peyton Manning.
Andy Manning.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I won't
Um,
do one like the goat because like I feel
People are
like
just gonna say Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. Like,
Tom Brady for sure.
well, there's
But
always that debate. I agree with Tom Brady, but there's a lot of people that argue Aaron Rodgers, which I think he's got
is
like what, like 3 MVPs.
that inside or outside? I mean, it can be inside. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm fairly certain Aaron Rodgers has 3 MVPs, along with Tom Brady as well.
Yeah, but
Four.
for his last MVP, I did not think he really
Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, the last one that he had, I'm just kind of sitting there like, really? Like,
Yeah,
like the team's doing
like all right,
terrible, but he's doing good.
like cool.
Yeah,
Like
like why is the MVP on a
on a
mediocre
shit
team
ass
right now?
team. Yeah,
Yeah. Um. Yeah. No, it's fucking. Yeah, we need to bring back nicknames like that because I remember I was watching like some highlight clips or something like that, and someone had called Mike Evans like is like Optimus Prime or something like that, or like Optimus. And I'm just like, what? I'm
Oof, like,
like this is a
got a,
garbage
I got a,
name.
I got a couple. I just googled NFL nicknames.
Okay,
Mean Joe Green.
Joe Green from yeah,
Yeah, or just Mean Joe, I
yeah.
guess. Broadway Joe. How about do you know who Broadway Joe is?
Oh, I know the name, but I don't know who it is.
You played for the Jets.
Oh, Joe Namath.
Joe
Okay,
Namath. Walter Payton.
what's up?
Walter Payton's. What was Walter Payton's nickname?
It's not the fridge, because that's
Ah,
he. The fridge was on the Bears though.
hmm.
I forgot.
Sweetness.
Sweetness. Oh, okay.
Um, Beast Mode.
Oh, fucking Marshawn Lynch. Yeah.
Yep. Night Train.
Night Train.
Yeah. Night Train Lane. Dick Lane.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Shit.
Do, 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 do. Let me do one more for you.
Okay.
Matty Ice isn't a good one. That's not a good one to end on. Oh, this one is a team. Who are the Purple People Eaters?
Wasn't it the Vikings?
That's the Vikings,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're like the one season where they
Steel
went. Yeah.
Curtain.
The Steel
That's a good
Curtain.
one. Yeah.
Um.
Uh, Legion of Boom or Doom
The
or Legion
Legion
of
of Boom.
Boom.
Yep. That was
Yeah.
another great nickname. But we don't
Yep.
really got him. Oh, the Killer Bees was also a
Killer
good one.
Bees.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was a great one because they even at one point they even added in Chris Boswell as
G.
well.
Yeah.
Just
He's the
like
last of them.
yeah, and it's just like he did phenomenal too. That season when they were talking about the Killer Bees. But yeah, so the AFC North. That we sidetracked so fucking much on that one.
All right.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
the
sorry.
AFC North, top 500, first time since 1935. Huge statement to the AFC North and how difficult it is. And all those teams are doing really well, and they deserve to be in the playoffs.
I mean, imagine if Joe Burrow didn't get injured, dude.
Oh, dude, we could have all four right now. That would be phenomenal. I would love to see that. All four teams in the
Yeah.
playoffs. I don't
If
think
Joe
that's
Burrow, I mean, I think they got the most. Like Joe Burrow got injured, Deshaun
yep.
Watson, Nick Chubb.
Like all
That's it.
throughout, and even the Ravens were beat up too on defense, and on offense. Like they lost some players and they came back. Like granted, it was kind of like a revolve, like an oscillating door of everything.
Yeah.
Of just like people getting injured, they come back, fucking someone else gets hurt. It's just like,
Like,
all
all
right, who is it
right.
today? Um, that kind of hindered like I think the Ravens probably would have had a better record if that had not happened, but
Mhm.
they still finish off number one seed in the AFC. Um, yeah, it was just like phenomenal season for everybody in that division. So this is one that you are dead set on. Puka Nakua Rookie of the Year.
Yes. I don't fully understand. Like, here's the thing. I like CJ Stroud. I think
Oh
he's
yeah,
going to be a great quarterback for the Texans. I hope he's there for a long time.
yes,
I hope he really turns that franchise around, and I hope it's like when Deshaun Watson was on the team
yep,
before all the raping.
yeah,
Allegedly.
alleged.
Also, this is on YouTube, so that word is going to
I don't know
be,
if we get strikes,
yeah,
but we're also small enough no
but
one really looks.
fair enough.
Yeah,
But
I'll come back to haunt us
it's
though.
like Tank Dell,
Yep,
super good.
Nico Collins.
Um, Nico Collins.
They
Um,
also have a running back that's
do they have
pretty.
They have Robert Woods, who I hope
Yep.
does better next year because
Hmm.
he did fucking nothing for me. He was a
Yeah.
good wide receiver, a really
Hmm.
good, very journeyman
Yeah.
status for sure. Um, who is their tight end? Schultz? Or am I making
I
that
can't
up?
tell you off the top of my head. I'm going to be honest with you.
I appreciate your honesty,
Yeah.
but he's yeah, okay. And I like
Yeah.
CJ Stroud. Here's the thing: he didn't play all season.
He got hurt for like the
And
last, oh, just before the final
it was
game. Or no,
yeah,
second. He was out
two,
for like
yeah,
two,
it's like
3 games.
two, yeah, and in in the defense of Puka,
Hmm. He said
CJ
two
Stroud
records.
division. He said 2 records, and he's in a very tough division.
Yes.
CJ Stroud is not in a tough division right
He
now.
isn't. I do agree with that.
So if
Um,
okay, maybe if say if CJ Stroud did go like say if he got drafted as the backup for the Browns,
mhm.
you know,
No one would ever known about him. Yeah.
maybe that was a bad example, but like he's not in a tough division.
Yeah.
He didn't play the full season. I mean, he wasn't setting any records for rookies.
Hmm.
I don't fully understand the argument
Yeah.
of having him in there. Unfortunately, if he played the whole season,
Yeah.
here's the thing: Puka Nacua is a huge part of the Rams going to the playoffs.
He
CJ
is.
Stroud is also a huge
Yep.
reason that the Texans are going to the playoffs. Jules, what are you doing?
So,
She
and that's
playing
why
with
for
the?
me, I'm sitting there
Is
like, I'm putting
she
this
doing?
up more for a coin flip
Okay.
because I like both of them for Rookie of the Year or Offensive Rookie of the Year.
All
And
right,
I
so I
just,
gave you a laundry list of reasons why Puka is what do you in the defense of CJ?
because he came with the Texans, like, it's a rookie team, like, all around. And he led them all the way to the playoffs, minus the 2, 3 games that he was out. And they did terrible those 2 games. And then he came back, and immediately they were back in the playoff talk as well. Because like when he was out, everybody's just like, "All right, cool, Texans are done. Like they're not in it anymore." And then he came back, and now they're back in the
Who's
playoffs.
who's the QB when
Case
CJ
Keenum,
Stroud? Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Um. Fair.
yeah, and they did terrible. And they were like, "All right, cool, Texans are no longer going to be in the playoffs. It's going to be the Jaguars taking the division." And then
Yeah, but then the Jaguars shit the bed.
Jaguars did shit the bed. We were gonna
If you
go.
want to talk about the curse,
We will get there when we're talking about the scores from last week and our picks. Ron Rivera fired from the Commanders after this week. There's a lot of coaches that were let go or forcibly retired from head coach positions. Ron Rivera from the Commanders, Arthur Smith from the Falcons, Mike Vrabel from the Titans, and then Pete Carroll from the Seahawks. He was not fired, but he's no longer going to be the head coach. So he's going to be taking a more supportive task. And it's also looking like Bill Belichick as well. Like there's been a lot of talk about Bill Belichick being
well,
removed
and
from.
outside of the NFL realm, Nick Saban retired.
Nick Saban retired.
You didn't see that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, Nick Saban retired.
Holy shit.
A
About time.
lot of
Like,
people. I was like, man, like even if you are an SEC team,
yeah.
you gotta give that guy flowers.
Yeah. Like he did
He won
something
six
six
national,
yeah.
and I think this year was the first year in his entire career that someone went 4 years through his program and never won a
Yeah.
national championship. That's fucking hard to do.
Yeah.
Now
Like,
you can make your claims that like a lot of his
but
players are dumb as shit,
yeah.
so they maybe shouldn't be in college,
Yeah.
or maybe they should be taking their academics a little
Hmm.
seriously. Um, but I
Speaking
mean,
of
like,
college, so
good.
like there's a dude like the OSU quarterback, Oklahoma State University. He got a
Thank you.
7th year extension. He's a
Yeah,
7 year senior. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to
I
just
was
playing
curious.
4 years, maybe an extra fifth if you're a redshirt freshman?
I was curious on like how stuff like that work because I
Yeah,
mean, there's even isn't there some that they only do 3 years if they
yeah,
go to the JAP as a junior,
yeah. And like they have a potential, like if they are a bust in the pros, they can go back and play that
and then
senior
fucking
season.
Stetson Bennett, he
Yeah,
was in
he's one
what
of
is
those
he like a
people.
6 year?
Like, yeah, he's a 6 year as well. Like,
Oh.
there's been a lot of dudes that have just extended and they're playing, and it's just like, dude, you're pretty much playing an NFL career at college. Like, are you just so
Which I was
stuck with like
is he?
partying, or like you just suck at school?
I was curious, like, is it that he's going for such a high degree that he needs to be in college
Yeah.
for so long that he just needs that college
No, I
uh,
understand that.
scholarship to pay for it?
Yeah.
Or is he's just really trying to get his shot in the
Yeah.
NFL?
And
Like,
like he's just looking
what is
at
going on?
all the other players that are around him, like, oh, I'm not gonna get drafted in this class. I gotta do another
7
season.
years is a lot. That's a
7 years
lot.
is a lot. And either like I said, like you either just sucked, like playing,
There's a couple of different avenues we can go
yeah,
down that one.
you were terrible at school, and you're just like, dude, I gotta fucking graduate.
Has he been starting for all 7 years?
I don't think he's been starting for all 7 years.
But he's been playing for
Yeah,
all
but he's
seven
been
years.
playing. Yeah, he got extended, and he's a 7 year senior, and it's just like, what the fuck. But yeah, sorry, like, but how you're talking about like
Oh,
first time
yeah.
that dude played all 4 years, and it's just like, I'm surprised he didn't do an extension. It's just like, because
I'm
that's what
surprised that
everybody's
guy didn't
doing.
go to
That's
the
what all the cool
transfer
guys did.
portal.
Yeah,
Yeah, extension. Yeah, transfer portal, man. Everyone's
and
going to the fucking transfer portal.
that's another thing too. Is that like with the transfer portal, like if you transfer to a team within your conference, you have to sit out a year. But if you go to a different,
Really?
yeah, you have to. When you
Didn't
go
know that.
outside of conference, though, you can play right away. So like if you do
Like,
it,
it
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. So that's also a reason why I think some players get extended as well, because like they missed out a year on something that could be used for like tape highlight films. They're able to practice
Yeah.
with a team, travel with the team, still have the scholarship, but they can't play. Even if they're a quarterback, all three quarterbacks are dead, right? Got ran over by a bus. This guy cannot play, even though he's like, he's a star, cannot play.
Cannot play.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so Nick Saban retired after what? He's been a coach since I was a kid.
That's what I was saying. Like
Yeah.
with Bill Belichick, I
Yeah.
hope he retires. I hope he doesn't go to another team. I
Yeah.
hope he just straight up
I
retires.
think he just retires as well. He's got a
Very
great,
much end of an era.
yeah. He honestly could take a GM position, and I'd be happy with that. Like,
Yeah, yeah, like something front end office type
yep,
deal.
and like more behind the scenes and help out, still be involved with football.
Yeah.
His son is starting to pick up the sticks as well and be a coach. Because like I don't think Bill Belichick ever actually was like played professional football. He's just always kind of been a coach. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Who was the NFL coach? Was that Andy Reid's son that had like? I think it's Andy Reid's son. Never mind.
Okay. Um,
Did you know what happened to Andy Reid's son?
no,
I'm pretty sure he like drunk drove and like got into an accident. And it was like a big deal.
no, I did not hear
And
about that.
he was coaching. I'm pretty sure he was coaching with the Chiefs. I
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was Bill Belichick's son, but
Huh.
yeah.
I didn't know about that. There was also one thing that somebody was talking about, like, uh, is it Jim Harbaugh that's the Michigan's coach?
Yes.
Okay, so there was like Jim Harbaugh came out and said, but then he also kind of said something different after the win, though.
Who's the other? Oh,
But Jim Harbaugh said he's fine with being a coach at Michigan. Like he's happy being there because he already did a stint in the NFL, took a team to the Super Bowl, didn't work out. Colin Kaepernick year with the lights
Yeah.
out, the shutout.
Yeah, I think he probably just doesn't want to deal with.
But then on ESPN and like NFL Network, they're saying like he might go back to the Raiders, which is a team that he started coaching with before he went to college. Then he came to fucking pro, and then went back to college. But he might go back to the Oakland Raiders, or they're not Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders, because he already knows that team. He's been with them for a while. And then after the win at the national championship, he said like, "Oh, there might be a Super Bowl," and I'm just like, oh, "So now you're going back on what you said literally less than a week ago?" And it's like,
well, imagine how much money they threw at him.
yeah,
They're like, "Oh, you just won a national championship?
yeah, and there's a lot of coaching options.
Stack of cash, bro."
I mean, the Commanders, the Falcons,
The
Titans,
Raiders, they fired their coach very early on in the season.
The Raiders, I think the Raiders should just stick with their interim head coach.
I don't think so.
A lot of their fans want him to stay there. The players want him to stay there.
I think he could be a good, like, maybe stick as a coordinator, or maybe like a bench coach,
Assistant coach, coordinator,
assistant head coach, something. But I don't know if
the players and the fans are wanting him to stay as a head coach.
Yeah, I get that, and I can respect it.
For a fan base, they're just like, do you listen to your fans or do you go out and search and shopping?
If it was like in Oakland, I'd have a little bit more respect for the fans.
Yeah.
But I look at the Las Vegas Raiders the same way I look at the LA Rams and the LA Chargers, where it's like, are the LA people and the Las Vegas people truly your fans?
Yeah. They're not like the diehard, like old school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of coaching options. It's going to be really weird to see in the offseason on who
goes where.
Yeah, who goes where, what happens, who's going to retire.
Mike Vrabel, I'm assuming he's going to go to another team.
He definitely is.
He'll probably be like, maybe he'll be a tight end coach, maybe an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But I don't see him not being a coach. Yeah. Maybe he goes to college, but I'd be very surprised if he went to college.
Yeah, so, and who knows what's going to happen even after the playoffs, too. Like, who's going to go where, what's going to happen. It's going to be a different thing.
What happens is the Steelers are like, hey, Mike, I'm glad that you keep having
winning seasons,
but you're not getting us any fucking Lombardis.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if he, even with making the playoffs, I think they're going to keep him another year. But if it's not more than just one playoff win, like next season, it's like, all right, they might give him the boot. But also, it's just like,
yeah.
As a Steelers fan, I hate to see him go. Because, like,
yeah, especially he's going to go to probably another team. And
yeah. And then I have to fucking sit there and see him do well with another team. And it's just like, all right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The Steelers are just playing like, I will get pissed off if that happens. Yeah. We're going to go into...
Go ahead and go on.
Oh, I was just going to go into the fucking last week's picks.
Oh, yeah, we definitely... Yeah, we need to move this forward. I got a shovel after this.
Steelers beat the Ravens 17-10. Granted, it was the Ravens had a lot of their backups in there.
But the Steelers needed that win.
But the Steelers also did beat them earlier in the season, too, with Kenny Pickett and all the starters in the regular season as well. Texans beat the Colts 23-19 with that heartbreaking drop on fourth down by the running back. Also, could be seen as a bad throw by Gardner Minshew.
We were both correct on those picks.
Yeah, we were both right
having
there.
Having the Steelers and having the Texans.
And then this one kind of came out of nowhere, but they also did sit out Joe Flacco. The Bengals beat the Browns 31-14.
I don't think it came out of nowhere. As soon as I thought, I sat and reflected. I was like,
yeah,
I was an idiot. Why wouldn't I pick the Bengals? Yeah, the Browns are totally going to sit out a lot of their starters.
Yeah. The Lions beat the Vikings 30-20. We're both right there with Lions faithful. I was right with the Titans beating the Jaguars because I needed the Titans to win 28-20. And I was also right with the Jets beating the Pats. And that game was actually looking pretty close because it was 6-3 up until the last little bit there. I'm just like, oh my God. And then the Patriots were storming down the field and then had an interception at the last little bit. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yep. When I got both of those losses, I'm like, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah. And then the Saints beat the Falcons 48-17. We were both right there. Bucks beat the Panthers 9-0. Both correct again. We were both right picking the Packers over Bears 17-9. I was correct with picking the Raiders over the Broncos. So that
feeling nervous.
I had 3 wins in a row. I'm like, oh my fucking God, is this gonna happen? Like, I was actually sitting there like, I can't jinx it. So I'm like sitting there like, there's still 2 more games. I can't get excited yet.
That's why you were quiet. I was sitting there like, I'm surprised he hasn't said anything.
You know? I was gonna wait until afterwards. Like, if I'd gotten all 5 picks right, I would have been like, because literally, other than the Eagles and the Browns, I would have been flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to that point, yeah. The Eagles, I was pretty surprised about.
The Eagles, I was surprised about, but then the Jalen Hurts busting up his finger.
But still, though, it's like, dude, sit your starter.
Sit your starter. You don't need to clinch the division. Like,
no, there's no fucking You're not gonna be. Like, the only thing
you weren't like the Packers. You weren't like the Packers where you need to win or in. Yeah, you weren't in that kind of situation. Just sit your starter. Like,
it's like, is home field advantage really that fucking?
Yeah. The fucking Seahawks beat the Cardinals 21-10. This one was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also the Chiefs-Chargers game. I watched that one. Wasn't really that great to watch. I'm going to be honest with you.
I watched the Cowboys game.
13-12. Chiefs winning over the Chargers. I was really hoping for the Chargers to pull out an upset win. Like, I already seen one upset win. I'm like, let's do it again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if my pick was wrong on that one. This one is what I ended up losing the bet. Yep. Ended my season.
Ended your comeback. Yeah.
21-20. Rams over 49ers.
Carson Wentz is showing he's like, I want to come back.
Yeah, the Ginger Bowl happened with Sam Darnold and fucking Carson Wentz.
Did you see that somewhere?
Yeah, I did.
That is funny. I didn't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd pick the 49ers over the Rams, and Matty Heavy had picked the Rams over the 49ers. And I needed 5 wins in our split to at least get a tie so that we both have to fucking get a tattoo of a bet that we made at the beginning of the season if this is your first time watching. But yeah, I ended up losing by 2 at the end of the season, which we have not counted up all of them yet. Unless if you did.
No, they're accurate now. Yeah.
Because I'm down by 4 is what it's showing.
Yes.
I was down by I was down by 5. And I got 3 right.
You got 3 right and 2 wrong. So 5.
Oh, yeah.
3
okay.
right.
All right. Yeah. I thought it would only be down by 2, though.
I thought so, too, but then I had it. So it was your 5, you got 3 right. Or, sorry, 3 right. And then you got 2 wrong.
Yeah.
I thought I had the same thought. I had to recount it, but I was like, no, that's right here.
Okay. All right. So, and then the Cowboys beat the Commanders 38-10. And then the Bills beat the Dolphins 21-14. Which that was my other split. And for a second there, it was actually looking like the Dolphins might win it, and then
that one I was like, the Bills need a win no, they didn't need to win in. Excuse me, I was wrong.
No, they didn't. The Titans had already won to get in their spot. But yeah, so actually, let me add up and get up our final whatchamacallit. So fucking.
We also need to edit what our yearly awards are, Because since then, we can definitely, like, I think we all agree
Yeah.
that MVP, Lamar or
Yep.
CMC, I'm still putting CMC in there. I don't think he's going to win. Coach of the year, Dan
Um,
Campbell, I still agree with. Comeback player of the year, I still go with Baker Mayfield. Or you could do Joe Flacco, either or. Offensive player of the year, CMC or Tyreek Hill. Defensive player, TJ Watt, I agree with. Offensive rookie of the year, I have Puka Nacua. And then the defensive rookie of the year, since I'm a Rams fan, I'm putting in Kobe Turner, but he probably won't get it. Because he wasn't as loud of a name as
yeah.
the others. But I ended the season with 168 wins and 105 losses. Matt had 164 wins and 109 losses. So, first year doing every NFL game regular season,
And our
I think pretty
average,
good.
our average was I had 336 and you had a 375, which for
Oh, nice.
baseball, we're batting pretty good. Like we're staying in. Like
Yeah.
we're not getting cut. We're not getting sent down to the minors. We're staying there. Let's hope we can do it
And
again next season.
for coaches in like the NFL, it's like, hey man, you had a pretty good career.
Yeah.
Like, look at all these fucking
Yeah, like I did pretty good. For predictions, I think we did pretty good. I think we're genuinely. I
My goal
actually
next
think
year, it's pretty lofty. I want to do sub 100,
sub 100 losses.
sub 100 losses.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go sub 100 losses. Let's go for it.
'Cause there's like 6 games where I'm sure if I was to go back, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So, hey, it's
Um.
bedtime. Get in there.
So and
Get in
then
there. Bedtime.
so we both want Lamar for MVP
Yeah, Lamar is
and
most likely
CMC,
going to be.
and you want CMC. Dan
I
Campbell.
want CMC, but it's probably not going to happen.
Do we want to put in Joe Flacco or keep Baker Mayfield for comeback player?
I like to keep Baker Mayfield, but I wouldn't be upset if Joe Flacco won it.
Let me just add in the slash and Joe Flacco.
And you're like, Joe Flacco is going in.
Offensive player of the year, CMC Tyreek Hill. Defensive
That's
player,
yeah.
TJ Watt.
I'm good with that.
I'm just going to secede and say Puka Nacua for offensive rookie.
Thank
And then we're going to keep in Jalen Carter, or do we want to put in the dude from the Texans? I forgot his name already.
If we can't think of his name, then I say let's fuck him.
All right, fuck him. We're keeping
If he
Jalen
wins
Carter.
it, congratulations.
I'm sure that's who I wanted to fucking go. All right, so now we're going to go into the playoffs and see what that schedule is going to look like. So for the wild card, on Saturday, the first one, which is airing on fucking, what is it?
Are they doing the Saturday ones or is it just Sunday?
There's 2 Saturday. And I think the Dolphins and Chiefs is on Peacock. That one that's strictly getting streamed on Peacock.
Oh yeah, the Dolphins Chiefs is on Peacock,
Yep.
which we have. But you're not coming in.
Yep.
Sorry, you're not.
If you want to slide me that login info,
It's Nate's. I don't have it.
I'll ask Nate.
You can ask him.
Yeah. But yeah, first we got the Browns versus Texans. Dude, honestly, like I'm gonna go Browns.
Texans.
I'm gonna go
Sorry,
Browns.
no. Sorry. You're right. I'm going Browns. I'm sorry.
Because Joe Flacco in postseason.
I had Joe Flacco in my head, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go. And yeah, Texans came out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like Joe Flacco, as a Steelers fan, watching Joe Flacco perform in postseason is way different than he is regular season. He's like on a different level, and even players too have said that.
Both of these teams are very excited.
Yeah, and the Texans are a very young team.
Yep.
If they make it, like, kudos to them. Like they did a great job. Like
I don't think this is a blowout. I don't think you're dumb to say the Texans do win.
No,
like you can go either way.
Yeah, I honestly could go either way with this one. They're both a great matchup. Dolphins Chiefs. I want to see the Dolphins win.
I want to see the Dolphins win too, but I've been seeing everywhere they're predicting the Chiefs to win.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you smoking, dude?
Yeah. Like
I'm surprised this team has 11 wins.
Same here.
Like this team is not good.
This team is not the same team as previous years.
No.
Yeah.
Not even a little.
I also just want to see Tyreek win as well over the Chiefs.
At home,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go crazy.
yeah. Sunday, January 14th, Steelers versus the Bills. I'm gonna go Steelers Nation, just because there's no picks on the line. Like I'm no tattoo on the line for this. I was thinking about throwing in there, but I was just like, no, we had already said just a regular season.
Yeah, regular season.
I'm gonna go Steelers. I'm fucking going Steelers. Steelers Nation.
My heart wants the Steelers, but my head knows better.
But my body.
Yeah.
My body's. So you're gonna go Bills?
I'm going Bills.
Dude, honestly, just with the Steelers being in the playoffs, I'm like, they're going all the way. Steelers Nation.
Out.
Yeah, like I pull it up. I'm wearing my jersey. It's just like, we're going to the fucking Super Bowl. We're getting number 7.
Airway to 7.
It's like we're doing it on Mason Rudolph's back. Like we're going all the way. Him and TJ Watt. We're going to the
TJ Watt in the fucking cask.
He's gonna be out there in a wheelchair, fucking getting sacks.
Wheeling him. I call him pushing
He's on crutches. He's like trying to do swim move, fucking wails a dude in the head with a fucking crutch.
Fucking just cracks Josh Allen
yeah.
on the helmet.
No roughing the passer because he's been fucking punching people all season.
They're like, I guess.
Tackle, sack. Great job, TJ Watt. Packers, Cowboys.
This is another one.
I want to see the Packers win.
I want to see the Packers win.
Because, like, Jordan Love has been getting a lot of hate all season, and I think he's been a pretty good quarterback. Everybody said the Packers are going to be a wash team this year.
And I think the Cowboys are frauds. The Cowboys and Eagles, too. I think, are both frauds.
Agreed.
Like, they're not great teams. They just had a really easy schedule.
Yeah, I agree. And I want to see the Packers win.
Their division isn't super hard either.
No. And it's just
who is the Skins and the Commanders?
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
You're going
Commanders
old school.
And the Giants. Yeah. Like neither one of those teams are good.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of old school teams, I remembered another good AFC quarterback, Alex Smith.
Journeyman.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Until he fucking had the Joe Namath split of his shin. Oh, Joe Theismann.
Yeah.
Joe Theismann.
I knew what you meant, yeah. I was lost there for a second. I was like, Joe Namath.
So, and then we got the Rams versus the Lions Sunday night. This is going to be a great game. I honestly think going to be a great game to watch.
I'm off work.
I'm glad it's a Sunday night football game because this is going to be a great one to fucking watch. I think everybody should fucking tune in for this one.
Yeah, especially Matt Stafford going back in Detroit.
In Detroit. And then Jared Goff is fucking playing against the team that traded him away because they thought he couldn't win a Super Bowl, and here he is.
If you want my small analysis, the Lions defense is like the Rams defense, where I say, well, maybe not this season. I was going to say the Lions defense, like the Rams defense, where the Rams defense is better than the offense.
Yeah.
But not this season. The offense is really starting to get, like, with Matt Stafford legitimately healthy. I do think it's going to be a back and forth game. If Jared Goff doesn't turn the ball over, it's going to be neck and neck.
Yeah.
If Sean McVay, who coached Jared Goff for so long, knows his tendencies, and let's be honest, still goes into those tendencies, it's going to be so what the Lions need to do is the Lions need to have their defense fucking hard, coming hard. And they need to get that run game going because they get that run game going, and the Rams are going.
When the Rams have the run game going, or not the Lions,
and then it opens up
so much for the Lions.
Jared Goff does really well with play actions.
Yeah,
and if they can get the run going, that just opens that up.
Yeah, he's like
looking that being said, I do think the Rams they're gonna win.
I want to stick with Lions faithful. There's nothing against the Rams. I think, honestly, this one, I don't know who to choose. I've just been going Lions faithful all season. I'm like 100% on picks for Lions faithful. I haven't betrayed our
Don't know.
boys.
I don't think that's 100% true, but
I have not gone against the Lions this season.
I would love for you to go. I do not
I
think that's true.
guarantee it.
I'm not going to take the time to watch every single one of our episodes to that point, but I'm pretty sure there is at least one
No,
episode.
I went Lions faithful all year. Lions faithful. All right.
I wish we kept track of our pick
On how many
cards,
times I
but
picked the Lions.
yeah. Oh well, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lions faithful. Eagles Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks.
I think I don't think you can lightly say. I also think the Bucks are going to win,
Yep.
but I think it's going to be a huge upset.
It will be.
That's a huge upset. If Jalen Hurts isn't 100%,
yeah,
which with the way that hand look,
literally
is going to be taped up.
I
that's
can't even
not,
put my finger in the right position, but like his like
there's no way that less than
right
a week's
was
time.
up.
Oh, it was a little bit more than a week's time
Yeah.
that it goes back to 100%. There's just no fucking way.
No way.
There's no fucking way
No.
that he can throw perfectly.
And it's on his throwing hand, and like your middle
and he's
finger.
been having issues all season with
Yeah.
turning the ball over. You're not going to be able to run with that ball in that hand. You're not going to be able to throw it deeply with that ball in that hand. So if I'm fucking, what's his name, Sirianni or
something,
fucking,
yeah.
You might want to say like, Marcus, get some more reps in this practice, bro.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Like we might be leaning on you this game, and that's why I'm going with the Bucks. Now I'm saying if Jalen Hurts was healthy, I'd probably be leaning Eagles more.
Yeah, I'd be leaning but here's the thing: that run game has not been looking so sharp lately.
It hasn't. Now if they can get the run game going against the Bucks, then it's going to be an Eagles win. But
I don't know, man. I don't think you can just rely on that run game.
You can't just rely on a run game because the run game complements the passing game 100%. That's how every good offense has been ran. The run game gets going and the passing gets going. And if the passing is going, the run game gets going.
And there's not a lot of major injuries to Baker and the Buccaneers.
And they still got veteran Mike Evans, who's already has a Super Bowl underneath his belt.
And I mean Baker Mayfield has been to the playoffs,
and he's fucking been known for upsetting.
And I feel like they're probably underlooked. They're like, Baker.
And this is when Baker Mayfield plays his best, when he's the underdog. He comes in fucking
underappreciated, fucking. So that one's gonna be a tough one.
It is.
I won't be surprised if the Eagles win. I can see a lot of these games. A lot of these games I can see go back and forth.
I honestly say all these games are great games to watch this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch every single one of them. I know
there's
gonna be a few Sunday where I'm working. But I'm trying my fucking hardest to watch every single one of these games.
If I was drinking, holy shit, I would be hammered watching the Steelers game.
Dude, I wish I could call in Sunday, but I'm the opening manager, so I can't fucking. Because I would love, but here's the thing: the game starts at noon.
You put in your AirPods, and I'll just have the game, and I'll give you a fucking.
I don't own AirPods.
You don't have AirPods?
I don't own AirPods. No.
Okay, put in a headphone. All right.
Yeah, and just like pretend it's a walkie-talkie. Like, hey, can someone go check on table 4, please? I think there's a customer there.
Yeah, it's actually 4th down, Matt. 4th and 10. The Bills punt. All right, so we're gonna stop the stream. Thank you guys for coming on the stream. I like the mitten. I'm gonna let Matt go shovel some snow. It hasn't started snowing here today. It was snowing the last couple days though for me.
You guys, we're supposed to get more tomorrow. Are you guys looking to get any more? We're
looking to get more tomorrow as well. If you're out there, if you're getting hit by the snow, stay safe. Thank you guys all for coming. We don't really have a good sign off yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But...
Well, so bye.